Hello everybody. Today we are going to be making banana nut bread. All right. So when you're in the kitchen, the very first thing you need to do is wash your hands. All right. So I'm going to come over here to my handy dandy sink and I'm going to wash my hands. Okay. Make sure they're all nice and clean. Make sure my hands are dry. All good and clean. Alright, and so what you guys want to do before we start anything is to preheat your oven. I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, okay? Alright, so now since we're going to be making banana nut bread, I'm going to tell you what you need, alright? You need 2 cups of flour. This is all-purpose flour that I have, so all-purpose flour. 1 cup of sugar. Have my sugar right here. 2 ripe bananas. See, when the bananas are ripe, they kind of have all these spots on them, and they can be more ripe than this. Okay, makes it more sweeter. All right, and then we're gonna have some vanilla extract. Oops, that's upside down. Vanilla extract. There we go. For all your baking purposes. 2 eggs. And then we're gonna have some milk. And then you're gonna need some butter. Got butter right here. And then some cinnamon. And then a loaf pan. Like, since I knew I was going to be making this, I already had a banana bread loaf pan. But if you have a pan that's like similar or small, it doesn't matter. It's not really a big deal. So, and also you need a mixing bowl. I personally don't have a mixing bowl. I need to buy one. So I'm going to use this pot. It all works the same, I promise. And then you're also going to need a mixing utensil, okay? And here is mine. All right, so the first thing that we need to do is the banana. So I'm going to peel the banana like so. See how it's right? All soft. Ooh, it just fell right out. I'm going to put both bananas in the pot. Ooh, if I can open this, y'all. Well, actually, I'm going to transfer this into like a bowl so I can show you guys how I mash up the bananas, okay? Me, every time I use a dish, I like to rinse it out. It's just a habit. I just rinse it out. And then I'm going to put the bananas in here, okay? And then I'm going to mash these with a fork. So y'all get a fork like this, and you're just going to mash. You're just going to mash the banana, okay? Mash, 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 like this. And I'm going to show you guys the finished product. So you want to mash it until it kind of looks like pudding, okay? Remember, do 2 bananas. Do y'all like cooking? I like cooking most of the time. This can be very fun. See how it looks so far, how I mashed it? Can you guys see this? See how it's mashed? Make sure it's mashed and get all the lumps and everything out. And if you like have like a blender or you know something that can mash it up quicker, you can do that too. That's perfectly fine. I just personally don't have a blender right now, so I just do it the old-fashioned way and just mash it with a fork. But either way is fine, okay? And then you also get an arm workout in this right here. Because I'm getting a little arm workout. Woof. And then you can also, once you get it mashed in very well, you can start, you know, mixing it around like this. And I got one more little part that I need to mash up. So I got 2 full bananas mashed up. Make sure you get as many lumps out as possible, okay? And if your arm gets tired, move it to the other arm. That's what I just did. Who knew that cooking could be an exercise too? Okay, so now my bananas are all like mashed up, see? All right, so after they're all mashed up, I'm going to put it into my mixing bowl, okay? So I'm going to put it in my pot and add the other ingredients to it as well, okay? Voila. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do is add our 2 cups of flour. I have my measuring cup right here. And I'm gonna get my all-purpose flour. Then I'm going to scoop. That's 1. And scoop. Some more. That's 2. 2 cups of flour. And then I need 1 cup of sugar. I'm just going to use the same one, okay? And then, but me, I like to rinse mine off so the flour doesn't get in the sugar. Doesn't really matter, but it's something that I like to do personally. And then dry it off so so the sugar doesn't stick onto the cup. All right. Then I have 1 cup of sugar. I'm going to put that in there. And now I'm going to start mixing it up. We don't have all of our ingredients in there, okay? But I'm just going to start mixing a little bit of it up, okay? Just a little bit. And now the most important part is adding the eggs. All right, the eggs. So you need 2 eggs. Make sure you're careful on this part, okay? So you don't get any shells into your mix. So put 1 egg, boom, and then another egg, 2. Ooh, okay. And now we're gonna really be able to mix it better now. Oops. This can be a little messy, okay? But it's all right, because it's going to be so good afterwards, okay? All right, and then we're gonna use some milk. We're going to do a tablespoon of milk. I have my measuring for that. Okay. We're gonna mix it up again. Make sure everything is mixed up good. You should see there's more like a creamy texture now. All right, and then we are going to have some vanilla pure extract. And we're going to do a teaspoon of this, okay, you guys? Just a teaspoon. Alrighty. I'm gonna pour it in here like so. And just drop it in there. Alright, gonna mix it up just a tad. Make sure everything is coming together like so. Right now mine is looking like this. Like a creamy substance, okay? Alright, and so you guys saw that earlier I said you need some butter. So half a stick of butter or a little less. So what I'm going to do is get this butter. Since it's been in the refrigerator, I'm going to put it in a bowl and I'm going to microwave it, okay? Got another bowl. Going to rinse it out. And then I'm just going to dump the butter in a separate bowl. And then I am going to just put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds. It doesn't take long for butter to melt. Okay. Another habit that I kind of do when I am cooking, I like to keep track of my mess. You know, so if I'm done with something, I'm put it back up. So I'm done with the milk and I'm done with my eggs. So I'm going to put it back in the refrigerator. Like so. Just so you don't have to do all that cleaning when it's time to finish, you know. So it can be a little hassle. So the microwave just dinged. And my butter is all melted. See? And so now I want to add the butter in here and then mix it around some more. Make sure all the butter is dissolved. It should be really creamy now and easier to stir now that we added that butter, okay? And make sure that the bananas that we mashed up are, you know, mashed up in the mixing as well. We don't want it too lumpy, but it's okay if it's a little lumpy. All right. And then I like to add some cinnamon. So for the cinnamon, I don't really have like a precise increment of what I use. So I just do like a little shake until like I feel I just stop, okay? But not a lot and not too little. I also take the lid off because sometimes the lid can take too long to take the cinnamon out. So I'm just going to be very careful and just do a little cinnamon like this. Like that. And you should see it's like a little cinnamon. There we go. And then I'm going to mix that in here. And remember, if you have any allergies to anything like cinnamon, you don't have to use cinnamon, you know. So this is just what I use for like an extra pop of flavor, you know. When you learn how to cook certain things, you add your certain twist to make it, you know, original. How you would like it, okay? So our mix is done. See? Everything is mixed up pretty good, right? There we go. Creamy. All right, so the only thing that we need to do is put it in the pan. See how easy and quick that was, you guys? It doesn't take long at all. All right, so I have a banana loaf pan. Like I said, I knew I was going to be making this, so I bought it at Walmart. It was 2 packs for like $2 to $3. Not expensive at all. But if you don't have one, it's also okay. So like a little trick that I have, so the banana nut bread doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. What I'll do is I'll get like a little bit of flour. I'll get a little bit of flour, just like a little bit, like that. And I will like move it around the pan so it doesn't stick. Like this. Just a little bit. So it doesn't stick to the pan. And I just move it all the way around the pan, like so. See? And now my pan is all covered with flour. See? And then I also like just leave a little bit at the bottom, because it'll cook. Alright, so now that my pan is all floured up, I'm going to put in the mix of banana nut bread into the pan. So, this is the easy part. Just put it all in the pan. Make sure you get all of it. Okay, that's all of my mix. So now that you see, look, boom, ooh, there we go. All right, so now my oven has already fully preheated. You remember at the beginning, I said preheat your oven to 350. So by the time, you know, we finish with all the ingredients and prepping, the oven is ready, right? So I'm gonna put the pan in the oven. And then I'm going to let it cook about 35 minutes, just depending on how your oven is. Everybody's oven is kind of different. But 30 to 35 minutes is a good cook time. But make sure, the important thing when you have something in the oven, no matter if it has a set amount of time, always go back and forth to your oven to see if it's cooking right, okay? So I'm going to give this about 30-35 minutes. And then it should be good to go. If it seems like it's not cooking as much as it should be, you can add more time. It's fine, whatever you want. And if you want any additional taste, you can add walnuts on top of the banana nut bread. It's whatever you want. I didn't have any walnuts, so I didn't add any. So that's why I don't have it. So that's basically how you make banana nut bread. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative, and I hope you like it. And I want you guys to share your recipes and how it came out, and send us pictures and just let us know. All right, bye.